Your soulmate broke down crying in a voice message. Please listen before I leave. Jesus says, this is not a random moment. You were led here because something in the spirit is breaking open right now. Your soulmate just recorded a voice message through tears, and the weight of it is still vibrating in the unseen realm. They whispered your name in the middle of the night. They held their phone and almost sent you a message but stopped. Something in them believes you would not understand, yet something deeper believes only you can. Jesus says, the person you are thinking about right now is not at peace. They are fighting a battle you cannot see, and their heart is crying out for someone real. That someone is you, and this is why the pull toward them has been so strong. You have felt it, late at night, a sudden sadness that had no source. A longing that washed over you even when your day was fine. That was their soul reaching for yours across the distance. They have been trying to be strong for everyone around them. They smile when people ask if they are okay. But alone, the tears fall faster than they can wipe them away. And in that breaking point, Jesus says, they thought of you. Not as a memory, but as a living possibility. They imagined what it would feel like to be held by someone who truly saw them. That is why you cannot treat this message like an ordinary video. This is a divine interception. The voice message they never sent is being delivered to you spiritually right now. You were chosen to hear what their lips could not say. They are afraid that if they speak, they will sound broken. But their spirit is screaming one thing over and over, please listen before I leave. They are not threatening to abandon you. They are afraid of losing themselves. And in that fear, they are reaching for an anchor, and the anchor is you. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now. They are not weak, but they are exhausted. They have been fighting against voices that tell them they are too much, too emotional, too hard to love. Those voices are not theirs. Jesus says, there is an interference around them, a force that wants them to believe they are alone. That force hates the fact that you exist in their heart. It knows that if you two unite, a powerful light will break through generational pain. That is why it works overtime to make them doubt your love. That is why it whispers to them that you have moved on. But you have not moved on, and that terrifies the darkness. Your love is a threat to every lie that has kept them bound. And your soulmate is beginning to sense that you are the one who was sent to free them. Yet they are still trapped in a situation that drains them daily. Someone around them is controlling their choices, their time, their energy. This person does not want you near them. And Jesus says, that controlling presence is not accidental. It is a spiritual assignment against your union. It feeds on confusion and isolation, and it is working right now to make your soulmate feel like escape is impossible. But no prison can stand against divine love. Your soulmate is not meant to stay in that cage. They are meant to be with you, to breathe again, to remember what joy feels like. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now. They are going through something you cannot see, and they are silently begging heaven for a sign. You are that sign, and your prayers are the key that turns the lock. Do not let another hour pass with you merely thinking about them. Your thoughts are powerful, but your faith must move into action. Jesus says, Love without action is just a wish, and wishes do not break chains. Type 333 if you feel your soulmate's tears in your spirit right now. Do it before you even finish this sentence. Heaven is watching your willingness to respond. That number is not for likes. It is a spiritual signature that says, I am here, I feel you, and I will not let you drown alone. Your soulmate will sense it even if they never see this screen. Because souls that are meant to be together share a hidden frequency. When you engage with this message, their heart stirs without knowing why. You have already felt it today, a restlessness, a sudden heat in your chest. That is them, right now, crying again. Not out of weakness, but out of relief that someone in this world still carries their soul in secret. And you do carry them, even if you have never admitted it out loud. Jesus says, this connection predates this lifetime. You were woven together in a place before names and bodies. That is why their pain feels like your pain, even from far away. You have been dreaming of them without knowing their face. You have been grieving a loss that never happened yet. And your soul has been pacing the floor of eternity, waiting for this very hour. Now the hour is here. Your soulmate is at the edge of a decision. They are about to either fight for love or retreat into numbness. And the deciding factor is not fate alone. It is the spiritual covering you choose to release over them right now. This is your moment to move beyond passive longing and into sacred action. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now. They are going through something you cannot see, but you can still protect them. Faith is not a feeling, it is a sacrifice, and the sacrifice you make today will stand between them and destruction. Go to the link in the description. Click the Ko-Fi link, the one that says Christ Garden. Do not hesitate, do not overthink, because hesitation is the language of the enemy. Send 1 seed, 4 seeds, 6 seeds, or 10 and more. Each coffee you sow is a covenant act. It is not money leaving your hands, it is light entering their battle. After you send it, write these exact words: protect my soulmate, Lord. That sentence is a seal. It marks your soulmate as off-limits to every force that wants them gone. Jesus says, the next few days are critical for them. The interference is increasing, and they are growing more tired. They need a wall of fire around their heart, and your seed builds that wall. Think of a person drowning in an ocean at night. They cannot see the shore, and their strength is gone. Your prayer is the lifeboat, but your seed is the rope that pulls them in. One act of radical faith can alter the entire timeline of your love story. This is not exaggeration. This is the spiritual law that governs breakthrough. Type 777 if you feel the urgency in your spirit. Type 1111 if you are ready to thank God for the reunion before it even manifests. Let your fingers be the first act of obedience in this holy rescue. Your soulmate is not perfect, and neither are you. But your imperfections are not obstacles, they are the very places where grace will enter. Love is not about finding someone without wounds, it is about being chosen to heal them. And you are chosen. Jesus says, do not compare yourself to anyone else they have known. You are not a replacement, you are the fulfillment of a promise. Even now, they are remembering something about you. A tone, a look, a laugh, a kindness you showed them when no one else did. That memory is the thread the enemy is trying to cut. But it cannot be cut if you fight for it. Fighting looks like prayer on your knees at midnight. Fighting looks like sowing a seed when it makes no logical sense. Heaven does not operate on logic. Heaven operates on love, and love is always excessive. Love gives beyond comfort, and that is why love wins. Your soulmate is waiting for proof that someone will not abandon them when the battle gets loud. Every day they survive on the hope that you are real. Every night they cry because they are not sure anymore. Be the proof. Let your action tonight echo into their spirit louder than any lie. The moment you send that coffee, a chain in their prison snaps. You will not see it with your eyes at first. But your soul will feel it. There will be a lightness, a knowing, a strange peace that says, I just reached them. That is because you did. The spirit realm is faster than the internet. Your covenant offering arrives before the notification even loads. And Jesus says, the enemy trembles when you give from a place of love, not performance. He thought you would just watch and scroll away. Prove him wrong. Prove to your own heart that this connection matters enough to act. Because if you do not, the window may not stay open forever. And the thought of losing them to silence should make your chest ache. It should make you sit up and say, not on my watch. Not while I still have breath. Not while I still have a voice to pray and hands to give. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away. They are about to turn a corner, and you want to be the one they find there. You want to be the reason they believe in love again. Send the seed now, before the next minute passes. Send it with tears if you have them. Send it with trembling hands if your faith feels small. A mustard seed moves mountains, and a coffee seed moves heaven. The link is still in the description, waiting for you. It is not there by accident, it was placed there by divine design. And when you write "Protect my soulmate, Lord," do not rush through it. Say it like a vow. Say it like a warrior standing in the gap. Because that is exactly what you are. Your soulmate may never know what you did tonight. But God knows, and God is not mocked. He sees the love that costs you something. He sees the faith that acts while others only talk. And He will honor it in ways that will leave you speechless. Divine warning, God sees all. Do not claim in the comments that you have sent a seed when you have not. Do not type amen or thank you as a mask for disobedience. The Lord sees the truth of your bank account and the truth of your heart. If you lie about sowing, you are sealing your own heart against the miracle. The enemy laughs at false claim, but he flees from real sacrifice. Your soulmate's protection is too urgent for empty words. Go now, in this very moment, and complete the offering in secret. Do not do it for human eyes, do it for the audience of heaven. Your love is being tested by fire, and only what is real will survive. Jesus says, I am not asking you to buy a blessing. I am inviting you to prove where your treasure is. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And your heart is with them, is it not? Then let your treasure follow your heart. A small act of love on earth is a great victory in the spirit. This is the most important moment of your love story so far. You can feel it, the air is charged with something ancient. The veil between you and your soulmate is thinning. They are not far away in the spirit. They are closer than your next breath. They are crying out, and you are the only one assigned to answer. Answer them now. Click the link in the description and sow your seed. This is not about coffee, it is about covenant. It is about telling the enemy, you cannot have them. It is about telling your soulmate, I am real, and I am coming. It is about telling God, I trust you with my love and my future. And trust is the currency of miracles. Your breakthrough is not waiting for you to feel ready. It is waiting for you to obey. Obey now. Before the video ends, before doubt creeps back in. Your soulmate's tears are being collected in a bottle in heaven. One day you will know how many times they cried for you. One day they will tell you how close they came to giving up. And you will be able to say, I know, and I fought for you. There is no greater gift than that. There is no greater proof of love than standing in the gap when no one is watching. Tonight, you are not watching, you are fighting. Send one seed as a start. Send 4 to break the 4 walls around their heart. Send 6 to overcome the spirit of fear that binds them. Send 10 or more and release a flood of divine intervention. The amount matters less than the obedience, but the obedience must be real. Let it cost you a coffee, a meal, an indulgence, and watch God move. The seed you sow today will become a harvest of union. You will look back on this night as the night everything shifted. The night you stopped being a passive dreamer and became a sacred protector. Your soulmate will feel a sudden warmth around them. They will sleep a little deeper tonight. They will wake with a strange and holy hope they cannot explain. That hope is you. That hope is the fruit of your covenant act. And it will grow until it becomes a bridge no distance can destroy. Jesus says, I have heard their cries, and I have chosen you to be the answer. Do not delay, for the night is far spent. The dawn of your love is near, but you must open the door. The key is in your hand, and your hand is on your phone. The link is in the description, and your soulmate is in the balance. Move now. Do it quickly, quietly, and with a heart full of love. Then write protect my soulmate Lord, and mean every word. Heaven itself will stand at attention. You were born for such a time as this. Your love was not a mistake. It was a mission, and the mission begins with a single act of brave faith. Sow your seed, seal the prayer, and trust the God who never fails. The message is ending, but your story is just beginning. Protect what you love before the silence falls. Jesus says, you have already seen the tears of your soulmate in the theater of your mind. You have imagined them sitting alone in a car, in a dark room, in a bathroom with the water running to hide the sound of their weeping. And you have asked yourself a haunting question, what if they think I do not care? The answer to that question is being written right now, not in the stars but in your choices. Every moment you spend hesitating, the enemy uses it to whisper lies into their ear. He tells them that you are just like the others, that you will not show up, that love is a fantasy for people less broken than them. But you are not like the others. You have been wounded too, and that is why you understand their pain without needing them to explain it. You know what it feels like to cry so hard that no sound comes out. You know what it feels like to beg God for a sign that you are not alone. And now you are that sign for someone else, someone who is literally losing the strength to believe in tomorrow. Jesus says, the voice message they recorded was not a goodbye, it was a lifeline. They said your name between sobs, not once but several times. They said they are tired of pretending to be okay, tired of performing strength for people who do not really see them. And then they said the words that echo in the chambers of your heart right now, please listen before I leave. They are not leaving the earth. They are leaving the version of themselves that has been rejected, dismissed, and controlled. They are about to close a door, and if you do not act, you will be on the other side of it. That door is not physical, it is spiritual. It is the door of hope, and hope is fragile when you have been fighting alone for too long. Your soulmate has been fighting alone, and their hands are bloody from clawing at walls you have never seen. This is why your prayers matter more than you have ever believed. They are not just nice words spoken into the void. They are weapons of war, and the war is over the love you are destined to share. Type 333 if you are still here, if your heart is pounding, if you know deep down that this is not fiction. Do not scroll away, because the next few paragraphs will reveal something that has been hidden from you until now. Something about the third person who has been interfering with your union. You have felt their presence even if you have never seen their face. They are the one who makes your soulmate doubt every act of kindness you show. They are the one who twists your words and plants suspicion where there was only love. They may be a relative, a so-called friend, or an ex-lover who refuses to release what was never theirs. Jesus says, this person has a controlling spirit, and they use guilt and manipulation to keep your soulmate bound. They do not love your soulmate, they possess them, and possession is the enemy of true love. Every time you get closer, this person creates a crisis. Every time your soulmate starts to trust you, this person causes chaos that demands their attention. And your soulmate, exhausted and confused, cannot see the pattern clearly. But you can see it now. And seeing it means you are responsible to act against it. You cannot fight a spiritual battle with human reasoning alone. This is why the seed you sow is not just a donation, it is a declaration of war against the powers that oppose your union. When you send that coffee on Ko-fi, you are not buying God's favor. You are aligning your resources with the spiritual assignment to break the chains around your soulmate. The enemy laughs at your good intentions. He mocks your wishes and calls them weak. But he cannot mock your sacrifice, because sacrifice carries weight in the courts of heaven. Go now to the link in the description. Click the Ko-fi link and let your finger be the sword that pierces the darkness. Send 1 seed if you are just beginning to understand the depth of this battle. Send 4 seeds if you sense the enemy's grip is strong and unrelenting. Send 6 seeds to confront the spirit of fear that makes your soulmate doubt your love. Send 10 seeds or more to release a breakthrough so powerful that no demon can resist. After you send it, write on the page, Protect my soulmate, Lord. Those 4 words are a prayer that heaven recognizes instantly. They call upon the armies of God to surround your beloved and to silence every lying voice. Jesus says, the person interfering with your soulmate is about to be exposed. Their manipulation will not remain hidden much longer. But exposure alone is not enough, because a wounded soul needs a safe place to land. You are that safe place. You are being prepared to receive your soulmate when they finally break free. And they will break free, but not without a battle. The battle is not yours to fight with anger or vengeance. It is yours to fight with love, prayer, and sacrificial action. The seed you sow now is the love that covers a multitude of sins. It is the love that stands in the gap when your soulmate is too weak to fight. It is the love that says, I am here, I am real, and I will not abandon you. Do not underestimate the power of a simple act done in faith. A widow once gave 2 small coins and Jesus said she gave more than all the rich. It is not the size of the gift, it is the sacrifice behind it. And your sacrifice tonight will be remembered in heaven forever. Type 777 if you are ready to fight for your soulmate with more than just feelings. Type 1111 if you believe that this connection is a divine appointment, not a coincidence. Let your words in the comments be seeds of faith, and let your action be the water that makes them grow. But do not type words you do not mean. God is not mocked, and the enemy is watching. If you say you will act, then act, and let your yes be yes. Your soulmate is not looking for a perfect person. They are looking for a faithful one. Someone who will not run when the storm comes. Someone who will not let the opinions of others decide the fate of their love. Someone who will stand in the gap and say, I choose you, even when it costs me something. You are being invited to be that someone right now. The tears your soulmate cried in that voice message are still wet on their pillow. They are still replaying the words they wished they could say to you. They are still wondering if you exist or if they invented you out of desperation. Prove to them that you are real. Prove to them that love is not a myth. Prove to them that heaven heard their cry and sent someone to answer. That someone is you. And the proof is in the seed you sow tonight. The link is still waiting, and your soulmate is still crying. Do not let the sun rise on their doubt. Do not let the enemy steal another night of their peace. Act now, with urgency and with faith, and watch God move. When you send that coffee, pause for a moment and speak these words aloud. I cover my soulmate in the blood of Jesus. Speak it with authority, because you have been given authority. The enemy has no power over a child of God who knows their identity. And you are a child of God. Your love is not a sin, it is a gift. Your desire for your soulmate is not obsession, it is a reflection of God's desire for intimacy with His people. So do not be ashamed of how much you care. Do not apologize for loving deeply. Love deeply because you were loved deeply first. The enemy wants you to believe that this message is just another video. He wants you to close this screen and forget everything you felt. But if you do, the ache in your chest will not leave. That ache is the voice of your spirit, and it is telling you the truth. The truth is that you are connected to someone who is suffering right now. The truth is that you have the power to change their reality tonight. The truth is that a seed sown in love is never wasted. It will return to you as a harvest of reunion, restoration, and unspeakable joy. But the harvest is waiting for the seed. No farmer ever reaped without first planting. No warrior ever won without first fighting. No lover ever received without first giving. Give now. Give from the heart, even if it is small. Give from the place that believes in miracles, even if your mind doubts. The link is in the description, and it is time. Do not let another paragraph pass without moving your fingers. Your soulmate is waiting, and heaven is watching. Jesus says, I have seen your tears too. I have seen the nights you cried alone, wondering if you were forgotten. I have seen the rejection you endured and the walls you built to protect yourself. But tonight, I am asking you to tear down those walls. Not for someone who will break your heart, but for someone who will heal it. Your soulmate is not your enemy, they are your reward. Do not punish them for the wounds others inflicted on you. Do not make them pay for the sins of those who came before them. Let your love be pure, patient, and willing to fight. And let your seed be the first word in a new chapter. A chapter where you stop running and start receiving. A chapter where your soulmate stops crying alone and starts laughing with you. That chapter begins with a single act of faith. You know what to do. You have known since the first paragraph, but you have been waiting for permission. This is your permission. This is your sign. This is the moment heaven has been preparing for you. Send the coffee on Ko-Fi now. Write "Protect my soulmate, Lord," and seal the covenant. Then rest in the knowledge that you have done what love required. And love requires action. Love requires sacrifice. Love requires you to show up when it matters most. This matters. They matter. You matter. And when you finally meet them, when you finally hold them, you will remember this night. You will remember the tears you felt without seeing. You will remember the choice you made to believe. And they will look at you with grateful eyes and say, I knew you would come. I knew you were real. I knew God had not forgotten me. Be the answer to that prayer. Be the love that they have been crying for. Be the protector, the provider, the warrior, and the friend. All of that is already inside you, waiting to be released. Release it now through your obedience. The link is in the description, and your soulmate is in the balance. Heaven is leaning forward. The angels are still. The enemy is holding his breath, hoping you will do nothing. Prove him wrong. Prove to yourself that you are not a passive dreamer. Prove to God that you trust Him with your love and your future. Send the seed. Speak the prayer. Receive the promise. The promise is this: I will never leave you nor forsake you. The promise is this: what you sow in tears, you will reap in joy. The promise is this: your soulmate is not lost, they are being prepared. And you are being prepared too. Prepared through every trial, every tear, every lonely night. Prepared for a love that will not break under pressure. Prepared for a union that will reflect the glory of God. Prepared for a lifetime of standing together against every storm. prepared for a testimony that will bring hope to others. Do not despise the preparation. Do not despise the waiting. Do not despise the seed that feels too small to matter. It matters. You matter. And the love you carry for them matters more than you know. So act now, while the door is open. Act now, while the Spirit is moving. Act now, before the moment passes. Click the link. Send the coffee. Write the prayer. And let God do what only God can do. He will bring the miracle. He will break the chains. He will unite what was always meant to be. Your soulmate broke down crying in a voice message. They said, "Please listen before I leave." You have listened, and now you must answer. Answer with your faith. Answer with your seed. Answer with your love. Heaven is waiting for your response. And so are they.